Yeah, just this week I switched my Sork with my Deathblade because Sork was I felt really bad.
All right. Let me get my brain into this.
Oh, good.
So, all right, let's take a look. We've got. Yeah, you have a pretty sexy roster. So where do you feel stuck? What are your
I
goals?
don't know. I don't like right now. I think my next goal would be to push to 1580 on my artist and Peli.
Okay, let's do something. You have a lot of gold actually, so looking at it, that is possible. But let's just keep in consideration that voldis is a month and a half away. Right. I think we got about 8 weeks
Yeah.
left. Do you have any?
I don't know if I'm going to be like pushing for it because I am like kind of
Pushing
free
for
to play.
1620 or pushing for 1600? Because that's what I was gonna
Um,
ask.
I don't think I'm gonna push for either, to be honest,
For
right now.
either. Can you hit? Can you see? Can I see his bounds? His bound materials. Also, for free to play, this is so dope. I'm so happy I get to see this. You have
Um,
plenty of materials in your thing. Oh, let's see. Do you have any bounds on him, or no? He's got 1200. You could push for 1600, believe it or not. So, because remember, you still have about a month left of farm time, so we're gonna back burner him for now. But
yeah.
can I ask you a question? Do you not like the idea of Voldice? Does the raid look like shit, so you're like, fuck this crap? Or is it that you didn't think
Uh,
you'd be able to make it?
I don't like the thing is I don't know if it's worth pushing one character to 1600 or 1620 because
Okay, so
1620
I
is
don't want
quite
to
a lot
say too
of
much because I do have a video coming out on this right now.
yeah,
But I will say that I do believe the 1600 is worth it. It's
1600 is worth it. Okay, I can
without
slowly
saying
push
too
it up with
much.
bounce.
You don't even have to do it right now. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I would even just keep farming the con normal with him and get more reset, and then once you get up to like maybe a month from now, like 4 weeks from now, then push him, right?
Okay, yeah,
But I
yeah.
wanted to establish that first because if we go do something else, you could end up stopping him from making it. But he's already 1589. How many pieces do you have on him?
I still need I
Probably
think
like two more.
two. Yeah,
Okay.
the weapon and the shoulder.
And you're already 89, so you're good, man. I gotta be honest with you. So let's put him on the back burner. In a month, we'll talk about him again. Or actually, you don't even need to. In a month, you can just push him.
Yep.
Literally 4 weeks. Now let's go to your 1582 Bard. I don't. Here's the thing. For me, I'm gonna be trying to do something like the 1600s, but I don't think that. I don't think for you that might be your best option, but I do still want to look at her.
Yeah,
Um,
I was planning on like pushing more people to 1580 to like funnel.
yeah, that's honestly your better option, and that's why we're gonna take a look at all of it.
Yeah.
I just want to see because I don't even think it's gonna stop you from getting this character and him to 1600 because I actually just did it. I haven't uploaded the video yet, but I just did my pally, and it only took. I'll have to watch the video to get the exact numbers, but I had like 1800 radiance or something like that, and at the end of it, I had 600 or 700 left. Like so, it wasn't even that bad.
Oh, you're lucky.
I was extremely lucky. I'm not gonna lie. I almost didn't want to make the video because people are gonna watch it and they're gonna be like, "Dude, Smilegate favors this fucking kid." Um, but I did get really lucky. Like I think I got like 8 or 9 one taps. Like and I was
Yeah,
like,
I think I hit Titty for 19 and 20 weapon on my gun lance.
yeah, that's brutal. That is brutal. Well, to be fair, actually, the Pally also had. I had 3 free taps from 19 to 20 with the Pally, and then from the other set, and then with the Akon gear, he's also gotten 2 or 3 free taps from 12 to 13. So I got
Uh,
I got like a lot of
that's
just
yeah.
straight free taps on him. All right, let's take a look at our
Um,
bounds. You don't have the shards, I can tell you that right now, though. But you have a lot of bags, so I'm not too worried. 834. So yeah, both of those characters push off for about 4 weeks. I know you didn't even want them, you didn't even say it, but the guy I would at least push the Gun Lancer because he's more than prepared. You could probably do it now.
okay.
So now let's go to the characters you really care about. In the interim, I would also maybe stockpile a couple of prime arrays. So I made 2 economic prediction videos. One of them is coming true right now. We're in that phase, and it's actually going to be dying down over the next week or so, where, like I said in the prediction, it'll come to an equilibrium. The prices will start to go down a little bit on all the materials, i.e. radiance and stuff like that. But these, in the next month to 2 months, should start spiking upwards because people are going to be needing them. And I could be wrong. The bots might have completely offset it, but I don't think so. I'm still pretty sure that the numbers are just too out of control. But
so should I buy those or do I
no. I would use like your. Do you do your trade skills?
not really. I
So I
just
would just
send them
use
off.
the stronghold farm and
Stronghold
make
farm,
them
yeah.
with that. Yeah, and just make them with that.
But,
It's basically free, other than the cost that you put into it. So now let's go to the other characters. Your 40s.
um,
More likely the artist and the pally, right? Because you don't unless they are also on the
yeah,
table.
I plan to push my supports first. Because getting into DPS.
The gatekeeper is way worse than it was when it first started too, because now it's all
Yeah.
titles. But you have the title actually. You have I don't know. You might not have a hard time. What would stop you is they're gonna see that has no pieces, but they might think it's an alt.
I think it's more like right now for my death play, because like I just like put him in the top 6. He doesn't have level 3 gear, and his gems are kind of off because I started fusing level 9s on my gun monster.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if that was the right choice to fuse 2 level 9s, because I was asking people in chat and they were like, that level 8s were useless.
They're not useless. Some of the kids that you were asking or talking to are more on the elite side of things when they say stuff, but see, and that's the thing too. This is why I like sitting with you guys and doing this, because you get a better perspective. So like a lot of the advice you see on Reddit or just the YouTube content that's out there, like the problem with it is that it's generalized advice and not tailored advice. So like in your specific situation, knowing that it was a gun lancer that you were doing that for, I would have told you no. I would have actually.
Should I move the level 9s to my death blade?
Well, we'll talk about that as we move on. But tailored advice for you, I wouldn't have done it because you have 6 characters that you're trying to maintain and function around. And since voldis
Yeah.
doesn't come out for a month, there was literally no reason, if you're already getting into your content, for you to fuse them right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so whether or not you should move them to your Deathblade is a 1 gem kind of character. Not really, like you can have all the gems, but really only need the surge. So I mean, like you could, but again, for 1540 content, no. So it's another one of those things like you shouldn't be doing it now. Maybe you could do it,
Right.
in a month from now. But you also have 52,000 silver. Like it wouldn't be hard for you to take 1 level 9 gem and continuously reroll it.
It has one level 10 surge gem on it.
Yeah, so
But
no,
like it's the only
no,
gem on it.
no. Then I wouldn't. I would start gearing her with 5s and maybe 6s if you could on the back end.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Especially so gem prices are going to be going down soon. I was going to make a video for that, but whatever. It's going to go down. But let's see. So you have all these free taps and you have all these bound materials. I actually do think that you could probably get a couple of these characters to 1580, but we're going to prioritize the pally and the artist.
Yep.
This is the Deathblade, I think.
This is the artist.
Is it the artist?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would just start tapping her.
So just tap her with the bounce?
No, I would use the free taps first.
Free taps?
Because you had like 300 of them. This is what you want, right? Just to confirm before we move down this path that you want to have multiple 1580s for a funnel.
Yeah, and also, like, where I should spend the gold, because, like...
You're going to blow through about 2 to 300k of it right now. Just saying. Yeah. Also, do you have the arrays that you need?
Yep.
Okay, because if you didn't, I mean, they're not that expensive right now, so it's not like a big deal to buy them. You really are free to play. You know how I can tell? Because you don't even have the Arc Pass.
Yeah.
This is fun.
So I just
go ahead.
Everything?
Yeah. So I don't know. Have you watched any of my Hone videos?
I think you just tap everything, right?
I do. I tap everything once, try to get that free tap. Yeah. And then I don't use books and stuff till I get it up to like 30%. So remember that you have a bunch of books. Now, recently, so like I've been doing some math recently because I'm trying to figure out is back in the day we figured out an exact like metric.
But right? I use the books.
Yeah, I would use the books for sure, 100% for sure, because you're gonna get more of them. The game gives them to us every week. Yes. Buy them from the Econ shop if you haven't. Yep, those. You can't use those in any characters 80 and higher. So,
Should I use these?
if you need them, use as you need
Oh,
when it comes to stuff like that. You
um,
only use them
so
as you need them, but the books you can open up.
where are the books? I think I only have 2 of them.
Go to your Legion shop.
Um,
It's to the right, I think. Yeah. And then go to your icon, and the icon books will apply. So this is something I would recommend. You've been doing icon now for like 6-7 weeks, right? You should have been buying these every week
uh,
because eventually you knew you were going to be pushing more characters to that range, right?
yeah.
So you should have been buying those every week. I wouldn't buy anything else right now. See, you're one of my biggest pet peeves. You're a hoarder. You saved all those
Yeah, so
tokens.
I like, yeah, because I don't know what to do with them.
That's fair. So, food for thought. Whenever you know you're going to be pushing characters behind your main character in this range, like in a range right behind it, i.e., 1540 to 1580, always buy the books in the Legion shop because voldis is coming out. Voldis is going to have a shop similar to this one. I haven't really gotten a good look at it yet, but I do know that there's books in the shop as well. Same concept. If you have one character doing voldis, make sure you're buying those books because those books are going to help your characters get from 80 to 1600. Or I don't actually know what range, so I'm BSing this, but you get the point.
Wait, these ones use the ancient?
So now I would. They shouldn't. It should be the other books. That's
Wait,
fair. If it is, then that's fine. Then you don't have as many as I thought. That might be true. No, so it is these and not those. That's fine. That's fine. So I was wrong about that. So you don't use those other ones for. Oh, you already opened them though.
down
Damn
the
it.
character.
Well, that sucks.
It is what it
So
is.
those are dead books, but
Alright.
that's okay. Go to. You have no
Actually,
weapon ones, huh? Don't use it right away either. You can probably just open those because you're gonna be pushing quite a bit.
yeah.
Don't use the book right away. So like tap it a couple times, try to see if you can get the one tap. That's why I usually go up to like 30-ish%. And I don't always
You
follow.
go,
Yeah.
you tap like everything like till 30 or like One
Yeah.
Piece till 30 or.
Yep, everything till 30.
Okay.
So like first I would go down the line and tap everything once and just see if you get a one tap. Like see if you get lucky. And then I tap them up to 30% artisan. But what I was trying to say was that there's actually a better way to do it. It's like the sooner you start using books, if it's a pity, the better the reward. The later you
Yeah.
start using the books, if it's not a pity, the worse the reward. So if you're at 80% and you start using books and then it doesn't pity, then you lost out. But if you're at 20 or 30%, or that's like there's like a happy medium, and like I think it's like 50. There you go. So it's a good tap. And then just do the same thing. Keep going until they're all at 30%. The weapon, if we get it to, yeah, like 16. If you get it to like 17, can you scroll over 16 real quick? Just see what the eye level is. Okay, so you need to get it to 18, I think, right? Or 19? Is it 19?
Probably 19.
Okay. So just keep going. Just keep doing your thing. And don't pay attention to your gold. um. Yeah, I feel bad about those books now. I didn't realize. I thought that was this range. That's good to know, though. I still think you should have been buying them for alts, like later on. If you ever intend on leveling the other ones.
I think those relic ones are used for 1490, right? To 1540.
The brow ones. These ones are used to 1540. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Now I don't actually know if I'm being honest, but so now just pick a couple pieces and push it all the way to 30, and then just keep doing them one at a time. And yeah, you have 4,800 already. You're more than prepared for this. You did not need me to tell you to do this. You could have just done this. What was stopping you?
Just
Why were you hesitating?
because I've had like a lot of characters on my ults, which are like I kind of wasted materials to be honest on them. So I was like,
As long as you play them, it's not a waste. You'll eventually get the stuff back. Even if it's just
I
in
felt
silver
like waste.
value. It felt like a
Alright.
waste. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. so I just keep tapping 30.
But if that's how you feel, yeah, keep going. Once you get these characters to 1580, if that's how you feel about the other alts, I wouldn't push any other alts anymore unless it's for silver cost. And these characters, if that's how you feel, I would genuinely use them as a funnel. And what I mean by that is on your gun lancer and your first character behind the gun lancer, I would buy the chest every single week for a con, even after you get your set. And then
Okay.
for these characters, I wouldn't even buy any of the chests. I would just get the gold. And then maybe buy like the chest that gives you
Do I
free
buy
owning
the
mats.
triangle one?
Say again.
Do I buy the triangle boxes?
On your gun lancer and your character behind him, yeah,
Oh, okay.
I would. It's for the materials and the honor shards. You're not doing it for at least until radiant leaps go down. Until stuff crashes, right now it's a great value.
Oh.
And it's a great double up time value because you're doing the content anyways, so it's like you're just getting this excess amount of materials on top of it.
Yep.
And then on your 4 alts, your DB, your paladin, your artist, and whatever the sharpshooter, I would not get any of the chests unless you want the wings, obviously from Kaingo. But I wouldn't get any of the chests, and I would just collect the gold. Although your account's not really in a gold deficit, you're actually in a gold surplus. Okay, anything at 30%, you can keep tapping and then just tap with books.
Yeah, I have one more piece to 30.
You're doing pretty good, though. That piece got pretty lucky a couple of times now.
Just hopefully nothing goes over 50%.
You'll be fine. Even if it does, just looking at your overall resources, I thought you were going to put about 300k into this. I don't even think you're going to put 300k into this. Not to jinx it, but I think you're going to run out of blue mats and red mats before you run out of anything else. Maybe leap stones. Maybe, but
I think I'll run out of leap stones.
it's okay. You got a lot of bounds. The worst thing that could happen right now would be if you come up short.
Alright, so they're all 30.
Okay, now you just start using books.
Up to...
Pick
Oh,
one
okay.
and yep, and then you just use the books.
Just keep using book
Mm-hmm.
on the one.
Yep. You're eventually going to run out of these books. There you go. Now I would prioritize, get that to 30% again, but I would actually prioritize the 17 next with the books. Because that's your more expensive, yep, because that's the more expensive piece. Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's awesome. That's actually awesome. That piece got so fucking lucky. Now go back to whatever piece you want. So you always want to prioritize the most expensive piece with the books, because you're not going to have enough books for obviously all of them, so you want to try to save as much value wherever you can.
So do I only use the books at 30%?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't use it before that, because what if this is a one tab? Again, if you use it from the very beginning, right? If you use it from 0% artisan, and it does pity, that's actually better than using it at 30%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But if you use it at 0 and it one taps, it was a complete waste. That book that you just used actually on that was a complete waste. Why? Because you were at 30%, you used a book it didn't pity. So that book was basically dead. And that's why, like, ideally you wait until 60, 70, 80% of the artisan to start using the books, and then you're, like, guaranteed saving 1 to, like, 3 taps or something like that. Like, that's kind of the concept there. But the problem is if you wait until that point and then use a book and it doesn't hit, then you just wasted it. So by using it at, like, 30%, and that's why there was a kid that I did this with recently, and he did it at 50%, and I actually think 50% is just a better number. Because if you do it at 50%, oh, you're supposed to be using these 3 times, too. Wait until you get a 0% again.
Oh.
So your next tap, I would
Well, this one, am I still tapping 30?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Same logic. You need 19, right?
Yep.
Yeah, same logic. This is one where you could argue to use the book eventually.
This one hurts.
It is gonna hurt. And since it got so many lucky taps, it's probably going to pity on you.
Oh, we just follow the way. 30%.
And again, this 30% thing is something I came up with. Again, I think there's probably a more efficient number. Start using the books and don't only do the 18, yeah. There's probably a more efficient number that somebody who's really good at math could come up with. But this is kind of where I found my happy medium. It's one of those like superstition things where people are like, oh, I jump on a different server to tap, except the only difference is mine actually has math applied to it and logic. So it's not just superstition, but part of it kind of is. Other than the fact that I've gotten really lucky and everybody I've had tap like this gets really lucky, I have no real evidence or proof that it actually is better. But it works. I mean, everybody that does it like says their luck is better when they do it. Yeah, you keep going. This is probably going to pity. Like 9 out of 10 times is going to pity, so you just use all the books. Because basically, so if this pities right now, what that book's doing for you, can you, when you do it this time, go slow. So right now you're getting get out of that, or deselect that. You're getting 2.79% artisan per tap, right? When you use that, you're now getting 4%, so it's like 1.3% more. So you're not getting half, but you're getting like a quarter more, or you're saving a quarter, or whatever that would be. So if it pities from 30% up to 100%, right, and you do end up pitying that, you saved 20 to 30% of the resources. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you use the 0 to 100%, you're actually saving more. You're saving like 40% of the materials. So it's like that's kind of what I'm trying to target here. Is I'm trying to target the most efficient. There you go. That sucks. Yeah, but that kind of actually sucks though too. You did save materials still, even though it didn't pity. You still do save mats, but those books weren't needed. You probably would have hit at that same point, but at 40-50%. That's okay. So now just go to the next piece. Same thing. I would do the weapon. Yeah, I was gonna say. I would use the weapon or do the weapon next. Because we're hoping to get a 1-tap here. And I would use the book. Don't use the honing mats yet. Save those honing mats for later. Hopefully it hits. Oh, that's okay. So this might be a pity. Yeah, just keep going. And you could buy those books, but I would not buy those books. Yeah, just keep tapping it. You're at that point where you're out of books with this anyway, so you have to keep tapping it. There you go. Okay, so now you wanted free taps, right? Do you want to do the weapon with the free taps? I don't recommend that. Like, I really don't. You get more taps on other stuff, but this is entirely up to you.
We can do it on a normal piece.
Okay, so get one of the 16s. I would get one of the 16s up.
One of the 16s.
Because I want to get you through those free taps before we get too far. Like, the free taps should have actually got you from 14 to 15 or 15 to 16, not from 17. You know what I mean? Like, it's less and less efficient as we go further up. You save more, but you're less likely to hit.
Yep. So what am I tapping now?
One of the 16s. Yep.
With the book?
Yep. You only got 6 books left, so. And again, remember, it's actually, you save more gold and more resources using it at the later levels like 17, 18, 19. But the thing is, you're going to save somewhere. The books give you a higher chance of hitting too. See how it goes up to 12%. So you're better off actually using it sooner than later in some ways. Again, there's a lot of people who don't like how I hone. But eat a dick. You're also out of leaps, is what I just saw. So I would tap that, and then you're going to have to go to your Legion shop. And then go to your Legion shop and change the free honing stones. Scroll down. No. In exchange, just change your free honings to the bigger ones. Because you have 2 and before we get to that part, And then I would go to your inventory and open some of those bounds up. But the thing is you also have, you have your Legion shop I saw earlier that you can use too. But I would start here. Any of the ones that don't have Radiant stones in them, like they're just Marvelouses, I would open.
Radiant. Does this one have Radiant?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would save those. That one. Because you don't have that many, actually, though. Those. Remember how you were talking about them earlier? I would actually open those first, too. And then you see all the honing mats that you have, like the 3 up top, the blessings and stuff like that?
This one?
No, like the free... yeah, those, but you see the chests that you have? I would pull those out. Because you're just going to use them. There's no reason to hold on to them, so use them for this character. Mm-hmm. And then I would pull out the 10 bag. You have 10 bags of them below the reds on the 4th level. And then what's that pouch or bag On the 5th level, in between the 2 juice pouches. What is that? It's like a chest. That too. No. Yeah, grab that. It's got solar protections. Okay. Now go ahead and open them up. And as for the leap stones, you're going to need leap stones, so you're going to end up going into your Legion shop. Did you already get the event shop this week too?
Yes, I think so. Yep.
Okay. Nope, so you cleared it out. Yeah, open these. Because you're definitely going to end up coming up short.
What about opening on these ones?
So I do like a ratio. I do one of each.
One of each.
If you had like 4 of them, I would do one of the green, one of the purple, 2 of the blue. Just because of the way they get used. But again, on the efficiency calculators, it says that you shouldn't do that. It says you should open more greens than anything, but I just don't agree with that crap. I really don't. And I know it's math, I just don't agree with it.
Alright. That.
There you go, just keep tapping.
Oh. Are we tapping to pity?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's all you have for an option now. You could check the prices on the books, but I already know that they're not going to be cheap enough for it to be worth it. They were like 3,000 gold or something like that. For the last tap, between 18 and 19, it might be worth it, but we'll see. We will see. Remember, you used a few books here, so if this pities, you didn't full pity, but you did definitely kind of full pity. And then as soon as it gets to 17, do your free taps.
17 free tap.
Also
3% as well.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I said it's up to you. You can pick this or you can pick the weapon. They're both going to be terrible. The difference is with this, you're going to get 2 additional taps. I'm just hoping you hit at least one, honestly.
Actually, 3% is...
There you go, this one. So you could hit the weapon if you wanted to. Because it's 0%. You could also tap the... You could also tap the 15s and 16s. Like regular tap with the 15, 16s. And with the 17, yeah, you could special home. Because it's all bad odds at the end of the day. It's just that you're getting more chances if you tap the weapon pieces. That's it.
So that's why you want me to tap the weapon? Or...
Only if you want to. That's why I'm saying so again, you get 3 taps per 1 tap if you don't tap the weapon, right? Or like 2.5.
Yeah, just tap these.
Do the 15s. Try to get your 15s up. Or see what the 18 and 19 is, actually, if you want to see what that is for a free tap. If that's also 3%, then you might as well do that. Yeah, actually, you might as well do that. That's actually your better option. Now, I don't anticipate this hitting again, to be fair. But because it's 3% for 16 of them as well, this is actually your better deal. Although you do have 300 of these, so it might hit. Come on, let him get 1 tap. At least it gave you 1, but it would be nice to see you get a second one.
Well, we can't always be lucky.
I'd say this is a pretty good honing session so far. Yeah, 1 more. That sucks. Okay, so back to tapping. Just push them. Now you're just pushing. Now you just tap wherever you need to tap. Because you have no books left, you have nothing left. The only thing that you can do efficiently still is the weapon, but I would save the honing materials you have until 18 and 19. Or until we see that it might pity. So just go ahead and tap those. I would start with the 15s because they're cheap.
Is it better to like just tap one character or to tap multiple?
What do you mean, like swap to a different character and tap?
Yeah. So
I
like,
mean, that's kind of what I
well,
do. That's called respecting natural order when I say that. But like the reality is you have so much excess gold. Your goal is to get these characters to 1580. We can just do it. So like go to your Legion shop because you don't have any more bound stones in you. Where you look. So go to your Legion shop, go to the Plague Commander, and buy the Marvelous stones. You can buy them all because you're gonna need them for the other character. Just don't open them all. Don't open them all. You could even buy those solar honing mats if you want them.
solo.
The pouch.
Am I opening this one?
Yeah, you can open that because it's not really that much. And then these, I maybe open like 5 of them at a time. You might end up actually opening
I'm
all of
pretty
these.
sure I'm gonna use all.
Yeah, I think so too. So you have 5 cube tickets too. Like technically, you could go do cubes. So I wouldn't like save the other 10 or 15 for the other character, and we'll go tap the other character like what you were saying. Only because technically you still have cubes and shit too. So let's see how far we can push this character. Also, Marvelous Leap Zones are cheap. That's kind of why I'm not worried. Like I think you have this in the bag. I know you have this in the bag actually, but it's a matter of how much of a dent do we want to make into your stash to do that. Damn, they're gonna make you pay this. So I was just gonna say the same thing. See what the market price is. Yeah, they're only 32 gold. That's not that bad. That is up.
How much do I need?
I don't know, buy like 1,000 of them. See what it costs. Not that many. Buy like 1,000. I would do it because you're gonna need it for the other character. Grand scheme, 30k is not that much. Remember I said we were gonna spend 300k. What did you start at? I think it was 770 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not that bad.
40.
740, you said?
Oh, we could open this as well.
Yeah, open the rest of those too. Don't worry, because the tradables you can move to the other character.
All
Yep,
right.
and just start plugging away. Just keep plugging away. It's funny because when I do these videos with you guys, this is kind of like a letone in itself, but it's just not my letone. Yep, keep going. See if you can get the small percent hit on the 16. Not that it matters, actually. You're going to be tapping all of these anyway, so yeah, I would just keep tapping. Right now, you're just going for the 19s. That's it. Bing, bing, bing.
When should I tap my weapon? Is it whenever?
You can tap the weapon whenever you're ready, yeah. Just save the stones.
Saving stones till 18 to 90?
So, save the stones. There you go. No, right now. For right now, actually, yeah. Do the weapon again,
Right
and then
now.
all this, yeah. Because even if it doesn't pity, you're saving per tap.
Should I tap it to 30% first?
Technically, yes. But since it's your last piece, it's up to you. Because this might one tap, so yeah, go ahead. Tap it to 30%. Follow the same rule. And hopefully you get lucky, because if it does hit, that would be huge. If it doesn't, then that's fine too. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, so now you have them for something else. So I would go tap other pieces, but like any piece that you think's gonna pity, like that, like the 15, or not the 15 so much, but like do the 18 next. And if the 18 hits that 30% mark, start using the materials. You could also now just save those materials for way later on these characters, but I wouldn't. I'm not a big believer in holding on to things.
Yeah, I didn't want to, but like I just didn't know where to use it.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I think you're doing really good, actually, because I thought that this was going to be way worse than it is. Granted, you're not done yet, but like this can't be that bad from this point forth unless you just pity everything. But the game doesn't really do that. The game doesn't do that. People who tell you they pity everything are full of shit. Like, it just does not do that to you. Because you would quit. Nobody would play the game if they pitied every single piece.
True. Alright, so 30%.
I would use the mats on that. And keep tapping it.
Every tap I'm using full mat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're just trying to get through the materials and hope that it doesn't one tap. You're actually hoping for a pity here. Um,
Oh, I'm out.
okay, that's fine.
Shard.
You had bounds for that, so that is something that I didn't think about.
Shard.
If you run out of shards, that's a very different problem. Take the bag of 38. No, just grab the bag of 38 and 49 out. Are those tradables, though?
Oh, these ones are tradable.
Ooh, okay, never
Oh,
mind.
this one's not.
Take those out then. And open those. It should be enough for now.
So open all of them?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're probably going to need more than that. You're definitely going to need more than
True.
that. But
Anything.
you're putting 2,000 per tap right now for perspective, so. Yeah, so this is actually a better piece to use these on because it does look like it's going to pity. A good way to look at it too is even if it didn't pity right now, you're not actually at 50% because you started using mats at 30, so you're like half of that. You're more at like 40% right now. You're like 10% behind where you're actually at. That's
Just tap.
why, yeah, just use them all. At this point, you just use them. You're adding minimal amounts to the pity, but you're just adding whatever.
I keep tapping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going for
Just
the
short
80.
tap.
We're going all the way.
Oh,
There you go. Now go for the 15th.
I'll have a few solar protection. When should I use those?
So you might not get any more one taps, but you also only need 3 more pieces, so I'm not too worried.
I just brute force all of them to pity.
Yes. You don't have a choice. That's what I mean. Like, you could spend another week or two to farm just to get the bound materials if you really want to. Like, so if you're not really in a rush for this, you could totally get it. But I just see, like, you're sitting on all this gold. What are you going to do with the gold?
That's the thing. I don't know. Do I buy gems?
You could. No, hold up. You really could do that. So that Deathblade, you could easily get her some level 6s. But you're going to be able to do what I'm having you do and do that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, cause like I don't know if like
Hey,
oh
go ahead. Open more honor
man,
shards. I actually think your bottleneck's about to be honor shards.
I just use
Which
all
is
of the
gonna suck. Yeah, that. Yep. Don't use all of them because you're probably gonna need them on the other character too. So I would open up. Yeah, you have another right there. Those two. I would. You're good. I would open up. I would open up the 28 and the 2 first,
28 and the 2.
and save the other one for now. And we're hoping that you don't run out again, because if you run out again, that's gonna really make this difficult.
I use all of these?
Yeah. Yep. Because it might still not be enough. That's what's crazy. I wish I was kidding, but I'm really not. We might end up having to exchange gold for blue crystals and then getting them through the crystal shop. Unless they're cheaper on the market. But for right now, go ahead and keep tapping. You've already dipped into 700 of your tradables. You've already dipped into. Well, keep it to 70%.
Do that. This one?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep hitting it.
Yeah, because you want to get it out of the way. You don't have any books left. You have no more honing materials. So everything to you now is either a pity or a lucky hit. That's it. There's no in between anymore. Hey, it's not lucky, but it wasn't bad either. Just keep going. Yep. Just keep trucking away. Just keep trucking away. You're gonna run out of shards is kind of what we're realizing here, but that's okay. Okay, that was nice. Now hit the 17 and the 16. No, because you're not
Oh,
gonna have the... Okay, so do me a favor. Go to the tradables real quick. Go to your market.
market.
Yep, I just need you to get a price tag on something. So look up the price of the 20 purple pouches.
Ouches. Oh, that's it.
Just go to enhancement and then last page.
These ones?
559. Yeah, so hit 20 of them. I just want to see how much they cost. 11,000. Go to the blue crystal shop. Go to currency exchange and do blue crystals, and then do, you need 300, so do that times 4. No, not do 4 of them. You need 300 blue crystals, so 13,000, but you'd have a little bit left over because it's actually only 290, so you'd have 90 left over. Could you go down 1? Go to 3. I would do this because it's only 5 short. Yeah, I would do this. So basically, I would get some blue crystals right now, but not just 3. This is tough. I would get like 12 of them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're about to spend like 20 or 30K on this. Which, just keep in mind, if you were to buy these shards directly off the market, where it's the same equivalent. It's not the same equivalent. You're actually getting a better deal here, but I just want
to... Should I use my tradables?
Yeah, you're going to end up using those too. That is not going to be enough. Grand scheme. This is not, it's not going to be, you're going to need this anyways.
Okay. Right, so do I just buy this?
Yep.
12.
Do you feel, any moment that you don't feel comfortable doing something, you just tell me fuck off.
Just send it.
And yeah, if you're, so right now, we started at 740, you said, right? 740,000. So we're almost at the 200K mark. I was anticipating you spending about 300K. So I don't,
where is this?
Be in your product inventory. Oh, no. Yeah. So go back.
Buy it.
Yep.
Is it here?
Previous. Hopefully they're in here. That one. Yeah, the 291.
This one?
They're all a good deal, but the 291's one was the ones that I was thinking about. I would grab the Honor Shard small pack too. Like, you're going to grab all the Honor Shards out of here. And go one more page back. And then straight up, I'd buy them all. The 290, the 224. You're not going to open them all on this character, but you are going to open a couple. The 224.
Oh. Do I buy this one?
And actually, this is still a better deal. So, like, those tradables you have are the last ones we're going to use. Because you could sell the tradables, make more gold than you're using right now to do this. Does that make sense? Like, 20 of your tradable purples is worth just a little bit more than getting it through the shop, which means that you can make a profit by selling your tradables and coming in here and buying them. Right. I would grab the 290, yeah. The better deal is the 224, but ultimately you might end up coming back in here anyways. So go ahead, go to product inventory and claim, just claim a bunch of them. You don't have to claim, don't claim them all, but claim like 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Because we're only doing 2 characters, right? That's the goal right now. And then what we'll do is we'll probably circle back to the Deathblade and get him some gems. Or her some gems. Oh, wait a minute, though. Hold up. We might have used more than we should have. I thought that there was 12 total things there. But actually, just go ahead and open them. Because looking at how many you actually got, it's not that many. It's so bad. Honor Shards are like the worst thing if you have to buy them. In all honesty. And you do still have those, but don't open the 36 yet. Alright. You're going to end up needing more, most likely. So go ahead and tap away. This is rough. You might actually come up short. That's what's crazy here. Just for right now, I would just tap... No. I would just tap the ones that you already have juiced. Just because... Does your other character have less or more Honor Shards than this character?
I think my Pally has less.
Less?
My Deathblade has more.
Your Deathblade has more.
Yeah, it has like 2 mil.
That's the character you should be pushing. Are you against changing your Pally to later versus the Deathblade?
No, I don't mind. I can push either. I kind of want like my top 6 to be 1580. I don't really care what order.
Okay. Only because I'd rather you farm for a couple of weeks on the Pally more than... Just because the shards are really what's killing you right now. Like, this isn't that bad. Just buy another 1,000. I know we're breaking into your gold. I'm going to keep saying that. I want you to keep acknowledging that you are going to be spending tons of gold here. Do you know why you're having to spend tons of gold, though?
On shards.
Well, but do you know why overall? I don't know how many of my videos you've watched, but because we're not respecting the natural order. The natural order being a set amount of farm time that is needed for an account to just build up the biomaterials needed. Now go open up those 36 bags. That's brutal. Yeah, that's brutal. Like, we didn't even make a dent in your honor shards with that. Oh, wow. That might have been overkill, actually, but we'll find out in a minute. Go ahead and keep tapping.
I don't think it's overkill.
But yeah, so it might not be. Yeah. So we're breaking into your gold more than I had anticipated or wanted to, and it's just because of that fact. Like, really, I should have stopped you at some point and said farm another week or two. But the problem is now you're in that threshold that I can't stand, which is like in between 1540 and 1580, which means you don't really get anything for this.
Yeah.
So it's just better to get you to 80 with it. I should have paid more attention to your honor shard count before we started this. The leaps I didn't really care about because leaps are fucking cheap. But the honor shards is actually...
honor shards was expected.
I have no idea, actually. I think it's like 2 mil. That's why I'm saying I think the DB we might be able to do. Because I'm pretty sure it's like 2 mil. Pull up max roll. Just keep tapping away. Keep tapping away.
We're out of shots again. Oh, actually, let's just use tradables. How much can I use? I don't even have that many.
Yeah, 2.2 mil is what it says. That's a lot. That is kind of crazy.
Should I buy more?
Yeah, because remember, you can trade the tradables for more gold than it costs you to get it through the Mari shop. So I would go back to your Mari shop and continue to just keep using the Mari shop. But I'm really hoping that your other character doesn't run out, because then you don't have anywhere else to get these from other than the gold market, and that's just terrible. You're going to have to exchange more gold for blue crystals.
At the 12.
Just do, I was going to say I'd just do the 26,000. But yeah, it does 12. I mean, you're going to use them eventually. Your blue crystals are high as shit. Maybe not that many. I meant 20, like the 26,000 gold that you have off the top. Like, I was thinking maybe like 8 of them or something. Yeah, something like that. You were gonna do 80k worth, which I totally respect, but you don't even have, the reason why that would be a bad idea is you don't even have that many left in the Mara shop that you're gonna be able to grab.
Oh, new contest. Yeah, we'll buy the big ones, right?
You don't have that many left, so you just buy whatever's here. The medium pouch, you just skipped one.
Wait, these ones are better, right? Large.
They're all, technically the better ones are the 224s. I like the large ones because I like the large ones. I don't know. They're all really good deals. Like, if you compare all of them to the market, they're all good deals. But that one's technically the best price value.
Let's see.
So, you got 2 small pouches. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. So a good way to use this shop too is to always go to the back page, like all the way to the previous. And the reason is because that's the next page that's going to disappear, right? So you want to try to get whatever you need off this page before it goes away. But just, I would go to your character again, because you're probably going to come back in here before we're done. And honestly, I want to say yes, but I don't know. I hope not. That's brutal. Like, it really is brutal. But yeah, it says 2.2 million honor shards, which is crazy. Yeah, it's not even going to be enough. Oof. Keep tapping. That's it. So this is like, again, that moment where I'm like, we probably should have just said, don't do that yet. Or do that. That's okay. Don't do that yet. I just tapped these ones, but we're close. That's the good thing, at least. What you're acknowledging by doing that is that we actually are close. But I would never have actually had you do this now that I'm looking back at it. I should have had you farm a couple more weeks. The good thing is you'll have them at 1580, though, and you can start immediately getting value back out of them. But there's like an equilibrium. So we've passed that point where you're putting more value into this than you're going to get out of it over the next like 4 or 5 months. And that's the part that sucks. We make up for it by the fact that you'll have 1580s though right now. You can go do Saunaville, start immediately selling Radiant Stones that you don't need necessarily at the moment.
Yeah, I could do that as well. Should I sell them at the, like, right now? Like...
I would sell your juice pouches. Yeah, because you're not going... You don't care about 1620, then you should definitely be selling all of these, yeah. Because you don't need them. If you're doing your Chaos Dungeons daily on your Gunlancer, you do not need these.
Should I sell the red ones as well?
Mm-hmm.
Blue ones?
Yeah. Depends on the blue price. If the blue price is 5 or higher, yeah.
5 or higher. I don't think they're worth that much.
Yeah, 5 or higher. You just saw them on the first page. You should definitely sell your reds. Your reds are spiked. The blues I would hold on to for now.
Okay. I'll sell all of those.
And I would sell your juice bags. Yeah, you're sure. Oh my god.
So I sell them for...
You do whatever you want. I always undersell, so... That's my thing. That's why I get stuff to sell so fast. Nice 60k. The reds are gonna... You're gonna make a lot off these reds, because that's... 65 is crazy. I would do... Whoa, I would just do 64, though. Because remember, you want it to sell. Like, instant. You don't want the price to go down, yeah. What did you lose? 1,000 gold? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. It's not that big a deal. You have more reds, too.
Alright. I'll just tap one and wait for this to sell. Oh, my shard, though. Looking grim.
It is brutal. It really is brutal.
Alright, need to go back to the Mario shop.
It's crazy. It really is crazy. So, fuck, dude, you don't have that much left in the shop. So yeah, just grab the rest of it. Grab another 30k worth, and then just grab the rest of it. You're breaking into way more gold than I would anticipate or want. But because your market's actually higher than our market, you should be able to make the gold back a little quicker. Like, the Saunavilles are going to help out a ton.
I always sell those radiant things, right? Stones.
I would, because you don't need them.
Okay.
Because,
yeah.
So the reason why somebody like me would need them is because I want to push one character for 1620. If you're just pushing a character to 1600, you don't need the radiance. You should just be selling all your radiance every week.
Right.
Yep, start at the back page. I'm happy that you remembered that. That applies to everything in this shop, too. Like, even potions. Like, if you ever have to get to a point where you're buying the potions with blue crystals, like I've had to, you just start at the back page and move your way up. It's crazy how little this actually gets you. Now, don't open all of these, because I don't think you're going to need all of them.
Really?
I don't know.
I feel like I might.
He goes, I don't know. I really don't know, but I would just open maybe a couple of them at a time right now, because you already have the piece tapped. So it's just... So I would open maybe just the 2 largers, and then save the mediums for the next character if you need it. Although if your Deathblade has 2 million honor shards, like, I really should have looked at your fucking honor shard count before we started this. I didn't really pay attention to it. I was so preoccupied on your leap stones and your gold that I didn't really realize.
Alright. 20?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them?
Uh-huh. They're already bowed to the character with 2 open. That's why I didn't have you... Yeah, you might be right. You might actually end up needing more. You're definitely right. You are going to need more, but that's okay. Tap the 2 18s. That's fucking crazy. I underestimated how good I did honor shard wise on my characters just by farming every day. There we go. Okay, just 2 more. Don't do that yet, because you don't have the shards. You're going to have to get more shards for that. But the good thing is you're only a couple taps away.
You can see the ending.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It's like 20 minutes worth of hunting. The fucking problem is you're only supposed to put 150k gold into this guy. You ended up putting like 300k into him. So what was supposed to get you 2 characters got you 1 character. And I think 100,000 gold of this was honor shards alone.
Actually.
And another 60k for the leaps. That's brutal. Damn. Alright, looks like we're going to pity these last 2.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I really would have just asked you to farm another week or 2. That's what I would have ended up doing. I should have paid more attention. That's okay, though.
Too deep.
The pallet, yeah, once we started into the process, I was like, fuck it. Like, now we're here. The pally, just wait 2 more weeks before we even take a look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, more honor shards. Oof. Oof.
Oh, thank God we sold.
Big oof, though. That's crazy. It all sold. You could list those other ones if you want to. You're going to need more leaps, too. You're going to need both. Yeah, why are your prices so fucking high, dude? Holy shit.
Everyone wants 1620. What do we need? Am I going back to the Mario shop again?
Yeah, yep. That's not going to be enough, but you do have to actually go back and get more Mario shop shit. Oh my god, is that crazy? You could use the tradables, because we're going to end up using those tradables if you want.
But is it more worth to sell them?
It is. It is, but I think if we're going to get the Deathblade today too, then you're going to end up using them anyways. Because the Mario shop only resets every 6 hours, so you're not going to get enough from that shop.
Is it worth to push it to 1580 this week, or should I wait for next week?
So if the Deathblade has the mats, it's worth it to just do it now. Because you're not getting anything out of the gold. So the gold hurts when you see it disappear like this, but what were you going to do with it adversely? Nothing. It was just going to sit there, right? Yeah. So you could have got a couple level 10s or something for like your gun lancer, but do you need it? It's not worth it, TLDR, because you're already getting the content done.
Yeah.
I know this seems like it's not as valuable and it hurts, but this is actually the better value to move your roster forward. So this is where people have the biggest pet peeve with the advice I give, is because they're like, oh my god, you're setting my account back months. No, that's not what you're doing. You're pushing your account forward and it's costing you months worth of farm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In your specific situation right now, we definitely did kind of fuck up here. Because I shouldn't have had you push a character that was short on honor shards, because honor shards are actually the most costly thing that you have to buy. As you can see, we're putting in like 150k into fucking honor shards, which is crazy. So what should have happened here is we should have taken a look at all 4 of the characters and seen who had the most bound materials, and that's who we should have pushed. And I'm guessing it's your Deathblade, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, and then it's the sharpshooter.
Might be small one.
Yeah. You just grab them all at this point. You just grab them all at this point.
The sharpshooter was the least I was gonna push, because he's the one that I just created with the vampire.
Okay, so then we're still doing relatively good, because then that means that this would have been your other character, right? So the 2 most farmed bound materials were this was the artist and the Deathblade. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Okay, so then yeah, we still did fine. It's just we probably should have started with the Deathblade. You're good.
Oh.
I think that's like the last pouch that you even have in that shop. And like you only perspective, right? You only had, from what I had seen, I think what was it like 300-400 radiance or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. So for perspective,
400. Yeah.
You get 16 of them per farm, or like 8 if you do it every day. So let's just say you do 8. You get 8 every day per character. If you get these 2 characters, in the next month, you'll be able to farm back what you just used for leaps, like what you sold. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just by having these 2 characters. And then remember, you already have 2 1580s, so you'll get double that. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's like you're gonna, that's what I'm trying to teach people. It's like you're getting the value back, it's just not what you think it is. You're not going to see 700,000 gold again from it. You're going to see more growth and more progression.
Yeah.
You didn't open all of those honor shards, did you?
On
him. Just because you're going to need them for the other character. Okay.
I have 2 left.
Okay, that works. And just tap away. I don't think you even opened them because you only have 5,000. But maybe it taps right here? No. Okay, so you go to your inventory because I think you had... Wait, did you only get 2 bags? That's crazy. Okay, so go open one of those. Oh my god. Just do one for now. The smalls.
Do you the small one or large one?
Do the smalls for now. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Actually, that's a lot.
It's only going to give you 10k, I think. Yeah. So let's hope you get it in these next 4 taps. You just cleaned out the whole Mari shop in honor shards. Yeah, it's so expensive. This is why whales can't keep up, by the way. They can, but not really. Like, this is why most whales can't keep up. Because if you don't play the fucking game, you don't get the honor shards you need, then you have to buy them, and if you have to buy them, it's just brutal. Okay.
Alright,
So it looks like you're open that last one. Fuck, dude. But one tap. Just one tap away. That's it. You're on the final stretch.
Anything here? On a shard. Should I use this?
Yeah, but save it for the other character now.
Okay, we'll just use this.
If you don't hit in these 20 pouches, then I'll be fucking sad. I'll be really sad, actually.
Okay.
You also have honor shards in your Legion shop that we could have used as kind of a blunder on my part. It's not because you're going to need it eventually to get the 6 characters. So I'm thinking with bigger picture, no matter what you had to do this. But
I could buy those big ones, like
let's
one at a
hope we
time.
hit first.
Why are we thinking about not hitting?
Jeez. They're being so mean to you right now.
Unexpected. It's always like this.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh
We're out.
Alright, so go to the Legion shop. And grab just 1 or 2 at a time. Jesus. Do you have any in the Phantom shop, or do you only have the Plague left?
Plague left.
Okay, yeah, so go to the Plague shop. And grab...
Alright, how many do we need?
Just grab 2 at a time. Because we want to save as many of these as we can for the other character.
Right.
That's fucking
That's another 4 tap.
Crazy, dude. Please hit. Please hit. Please hit. Oh,
I was hoping for you like this, Steve.
Alright, back to the
This
shop.
feels normal.
Back to the shop. Fuck. That's so brutal, dude. Just same thing, yeah. 2 at a time.
Well, at least we can see the end.
Yeah, it's a couple taps away.
Nearly there. Nearly there to pity.
You can start getting your con mats. You can start getting your con clears. Especially because it's a support. Like, it won't take you long. Oh my god, they're gonna drive this. Go grab 2 more.
Oh, it's the pity angle.
This is where having the books isn't bad towards the end, because it's the more expensive range, so it's actually better to have the books here. But the grand scheme, you don't know where you're going to one-tap or where you're not going to one-tap. That's what sucks. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The good thing is this can be used on
the other character. Alright. Let's keep going. Keep trucking away. You're
20
right
more
there.
percent.
You're right there.
50.
You're right there. Alright, another 2. That should be it, though. These will be the last 1 or 2 that you need.
We just used like half of the things.
Yep.
Wait,
You really did, though. Screw half of those, dude. You literally cleared out the Mari shop. That's the part that's crazy. Like, if we went back and did the blue crystal evaluation for everything that you just bought, I'm telling you, it's over 150,000 golden shards. That's crazy. That was not supposed to happen.
thanks.
There you go,
Oh,
bam. Okay. So, 1580, go to the next character. Go to your death blade.
god damn.
Congratulations. Transfer the tradables. Oh. Fuck, that was so brutal. That was such a brutal ending
It
to
is.
that.
It just had to end like that.
So now you go to the Deathblade, and you're going to do the exact same thing. But actually, before you go to Deathblade, can you go to the Pally real quick? Alright, I lied. Go to the Deathblade. Because here's what we're going to do. We're going to go do the same thing with the Deathblade, tap the Deathblade up, and then whatever you have left, right, after we get Deathblade to 80, because the Deathblade's going to make it to 80, whatever you have left for, like, the Legion shop and stuff shards is all going into that Pally.
Do you think I have enough for this blade? I don't think I have any more. Like, I have a decent amount of shards, but I'm not sure about everything else.
We'll see, right? If she has more honor shards than the other characters, then she's definitely going to have more of the other mats.
Well, Deathblade was my first character, but I've been benched for a while.
We're going to find out in a second. Just keep in mind you should farm these characters if you get the chance. Which it does look like you do, because your Chaos Ninja was unrested.
Yeah.
I told you I'm going to break into your gold. It was just we were supposed to stop at 300k. Instead, we're actually going way beyond that. You
It's
just did
okay,
300k for one character, actually.
At least I sold the stuff and it doesn't look like we use that much.
Mm-hmm. Again, remember though, you want to move your account forward, so you know, like you have to eventually spend that chunk of gold, or you wait until they make 1580 for silver, and I'll see you in a year. Like that's kind of the thing, and it's always better to do it sooner than later, and that's what I try to explain to people is because if you park on those materials for too long, those materials go down in value. So the longer you sit on that gold, the less that gold is worth, because inherently the way the game works is things all cost more, right? As we keep moving up, everything costs more gold. So the longer you sit on 100,000 gold, the less it's worth. It's like inflation. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So like if I sit on $100, if I have $100 right now, and then I wait 10 years with that same $100, I could buy milk for 50 cents today, and in 10 years, I can't buy milk for 50 cents anymore. It's that same concept. Your taps are going to be more expensive a month from now, right? Everything you're doing, elixirs and everything, is going to be more expensive a month from now. So that gold is better used than it is parked. It's the investor's mindset. So that's why, like, you have 2.2 million shards. That's what it says on the max roll. So this is the character we definitely should have started with. But it's okay. We're going to find out. So go ahead, just start tapping away. You don't have any books, you don't have anything to help this character, so you're just genuinely going to just sit here and fucking hammer away at it. And your honor shards, no, look, you have more or more leaps on her than you did on the other character. That's what I'm saying. We definitely should have started with this character. That's a fucking blunder.
So we're just tapping one everything.
Just keep tapping, yep. So at this point, I would do the same concept. Yeah, just get it. You don't have any mats or books to get the 30% rule, so do your free taps first. Yep. I'm happy you remembered that. But yeah, you can still follow the same logic of trying to one-tap fish, but I wouldn't go to 30% because it doesn't matter. But I would go up and down the line. Do your free tap real quick. See if it's 3% or whatever it is. It's 4%. Don't use them. Don't use them. Wait until later. Wait until they're 18 and 19. If it's going to be 3% for the same amount, then you might as well wait. You just might as well wait. And yeah, go ahead. Tap. Just go ahead and tap. One tap each. See if you get a one tap, and if you don't, then you just start hammering one piece. You don't even have to hammer one piece. Like, I don't do that. I still tap all over the place. But whatever you do right now, don't stop tapping, because we have a lot of taps to get through.
Actually.
Just bang, 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 bang. I still gotta go do one more con today, too. So I actually still have stuff I gotta do.
I mean, I could just tap away and come back when you're...
No, because I'm making content out of this. Usually I don't stick with somebody like this, but because you have so much gold, this is a fun video, right? So it's just more fun to sit here and watch it and laugh at your misery. But you're not doing that bad in these lower ranges. It was the higher range that really was just shitting on you.
Always been like that.
Just keep tapping. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, you're actually gonna have no problem with shards on this character. That sucks, dude. Like, I didn't. You must have had like 900,000 or something, and I just didn't realize it. Do you remember? I'll look back at it when I watch the video, and I'll try to figure out what you started at on the artist, because whatever you started at was not enough. And that was one of those, like, if you've seen any of the other videos, that's one of those moments where I tell you to, like, come back in a month, like, go farm, and then we'll talk about it. But you have an excess of gold. There's nothing you're going to be using your gold on, so we might as well use it. It gets tiring, doesn't it? Click, click, click,
Actually.
click. Yep. There was one day I did, it was like 6 or 7 characters I owned, 1490. And my wrist hurt. It actually hurt a lot, because I just kept sitting here tapping. But yeah, I'm really not even worried. Your character has 2,009. Like, you had so many materials on this character. And then for the sharpshooter and the paladin, I would farm for 2 more weeks. That's it. And the sharpshooter, you might not even push for another month, if I'm being honest. But at least the paladin, we can do within the next couple of weeks. You have the gold for it. The materials is where you're short, so we're basically just going to have you doing exactly what you just did, which is loading him up on honor shards and stuff. I would recommend maybe buying the Brawl chests on him. Like, getting any honor shard sources you can on him.
Also, I should buy all the chests on him.
Yeah. Yep. Because he's going to be short shards. Can I ask you a question? Are you going to actually play these characters, though? Because if not, this is going to be a colossal waste. Just saying.
Yeah, most likely I will.
Okay. Even if you just did the Sonnevilles while the stones are at that cracked price.
Yeah. No, I do, like, enjoy playing my 3 supports. Okay. Super easy to get into parties.
Not
DPS-wise, like... DPS, like... I don't know, Gun Lancer is, like... It's nice and chill. You just sit back and just don't take damage. Deathblade, on the other hand, like... It's hard.
It's a very different playstyle.
Yeah.
Even the sharpshooter is a little bit... Yep, go ahead. Yeah. The sharpshooter is at least a little bit safer in some ways. Nice. Nice. That 18 to 19, you could probably free tap. No, free tap. Oh, that's fine. You already did it, so fuck it now. You already started hitting it, so I'll just wait. Just keep going. Keep going. You started this character, I think, with like 480k gold or something, and you're going to see just how much cheaper this character was because you didn't just have to buy a fuck ton of honor shards and leapstones. And the fucked up part is the other character used books. That's what's fucking brutal.
That's true.
So the way the game time gates you isn't necessarily leapstones, although it really is the honor shards. Because there's a limited amount of sources in the game you can get them, and as you saw with the Mario shop, it's really not that good. Like, you're going to spend a ton to get it, and if you buy them straight from the market, it's the same thing, you're going to spend a ton to get it, so it's like, can you farm enough gold to offset that? No, probably not. You did, but you didn't farm enough gold to offset that necessarily. It's that you've been sitting on this gold for probably, what, like 2 months maybe?
Not really, because I did get side rail energy.
Oh, like wait a minute. So you're really not supposed to be pushing yet. Like, the whole respect the natural order thing, You are not supposed to be doing what you're doing, but you are because you have the excess gold.
Yeah, exactly. So like I didn't know what to do with the gold.
Like
So I was just
playtime
sitting
wise,
there.
natural progression, you're technically you had another couple of weeks to a month that you would have had to farm.
Probably, yeah.
But again, what else would you spend the gold on? Like that's kind of that's what the question always comes down to. Where else the quality taps? Like where are you gonna put it other than forward progression? Forward progression is usually the best option.
I'm gonna run out of blues.
That's okay. Blues are cheap. They're like 1 gold a pop. And actually, no, you're not. You had 9 million bound chests in there. Go to your storage just so we don't have to run out later. And open those now. Not all of them, but like probably all of them. Let's be real. Grab that 24 pack. Yep. So ordinarily, I would say not to do this though, actually, because those have radiance in them or the next tier. But again, because you don't give a fuck about getting to 1620, you're gonna have more than enough materials to get to 1600. So I would use them all. Definitely use those. Yeah. This is what I call clearing the inventory clutter. Yes, use those. Use those first, actually.
Which one? These ones?
Yeah. And the 29. Just open them all up. Yep, go ahead. Nope, yep. You did good. Yeah, it wasn't even a 10 stack. That's fucked. It's brutal. Yeah, it's brutal. Not yet. Just go ahead and tap for a bit. You're probably going to need these. Yeah, go ahead. Fuck it. You're probably going to need them, but like, just because inventory clutter, like, it gets rid of it now. And you're going to need reds, actually, if you're looking at that. Probably going to end up needing reds, too. So go ahead and just tap your weapon for a bit. Like, tap it all the way.
Am I juicing?
Not yet. You don't really have juice, so you can juice whenever you want to. You don't really have that many. If you see it go above 30%, consider it, right? But it doesn't matter because you just don't have, like, any of them. This is where the guild shop weeklies kind of clutch, like, because you can get those every week from the guild shop. They kind of add up over time. Go to your inventory, use the reds. Also, why do you have tier 2 gems?
Tier 2?
See them?
Where?
The bottom right of your inventory.
Oh, there's... I've never gotten, like, rid of them. Reds. Do I just take all of them?
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to end up needing them.
Do I need... I need this as well.
You're going to need leaps, too. So might as well pull those leaps out. Well, actually, do you still have leaps in the econ shop? Or did we use all of those?
I used all...
I think you did, too. Oh, you also have blues and reds in here, technically, too.
Should I buy them all?
Yes. Yep. Always start with the mats in these shops. I know people always go for the card packs or like the relic, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like you don't need the emotes right now. You need the materials. For a game that's based on time gating, you always want to get the shit that's going to aid your time gating, your time process faster first. Don't go crazy opening all of these because you may not need them. Actually, I lied. Go ahead. No, I lied because you only got 4,500. You don't get anything from these. It's terrible. Now go ahead and tap. Because the weapon's only, I think, like 2 taps away, yeah. Because if you get a 1 tap right now, then all of those are kind of not being used.
1 taps don't exist for weapons.
Just keep going. That's crazy. You're already almost out of them. Start using the mats if you want. The honing mats. Okay, more reds. That's fucking crazy. Just use them all. I was wrong. I was so wrong. And you're probably going to end up buying them, actually, now that I'm looking at it. It's fucking crazy. Like, actually, though, that's actually crazy. Yep, go ahead.
He's pretty good at anything.
I would save those for the pally. Go ahead, keep tapping. That's crazy though. Worst case scenario, you gotta buy them, but and they're not that bad. I think they're like 3 gold a piece or something. And you're right there. You're on like the last couple taps. So. It's crazy that this character ran out of something that the other character didn't run out of. Like I'm so confused now.
Yeah, we're gonna need to buy some.
Yeah, just buy them. They're not that bad. They're not that bad. I think they're like 3 gold a piece or something. 12 gold. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a lot. But you only need 2 taps. Oh, bro. Fuck it. Buy a stack of them. I would never tell you to do this. Like, ever. Did you already get the ones from the account shop?
Yes.
Go for it. Whatever. That's crazy. You have 12 gold. Ours are 3 on our server. What server are you? Are you EU?
West.
You're
NA
West? Why? Why would you do this to yourself? Fuck, dude. The West is brutal on you guys.
Full stack is 9 taps.
Jesus, you're gonna run out.
I see a pity.
Yep. Oh my god. Just grab another stack. You're too close to stop now. And look at the gold real quick. You're only about 80k into this character. See the difference? Like, that's the difference when you don't have to buy the honor shard. Buying reds is not a better option either. Like, reds are almost as bad, but they're not as bad. Your reds are also inflated as fuck right now. They should not be 12 gold. That's crazy. Nice, pity.
Yeah, pity.
Go straight for the 19, because we want to get this out of the way at this point. Please one tap. Please don't make him pity twice in a row. Like, let's be nice. Okay, tap somewhere else for a minute or two. Tap your armors for a bit. I'll be right back. You are gonna end up buying the reds to tap that. I'll be back. I'm gonna go use the restroom. All right, I'm back. How did you do?
It's brutal. I
Is
think
it?
I'm gonna run out of silver.
Wait, what? Whoa. Okay, you're running into challenges I didn't expect.
Nothing's gold. I'm already at like 40% for everything.
Just keep tapping. Keep going. Keep going.
I'm out of blues.
Open them all. Open them all. Fuck it. Tap.
Nothing's going.
That's right. Listen, at the end of this, you're gonna have 2 characters there for about 300 to 400,000 gold. Actually, not really. It's gonna be more like 500,000 gold.
I mean,
That
I'm
is
gonna
way
make
more
it,
than I
right?
wanted it to be, for the record. Yeah, for the record, well, actually, you know what it says on the average scenario? It says 200k, 195. So you're gonna be about 100,000 more than the average, I guess, which isn't that bad considering we bought most of your materials in some ways. Jesus, dude. They're being really mean to you right now. Don't tap any more pieces that aren't already juiced because you don't want to run out of silver yet. Although you're right, you're gonna run out of silver. What's the fucking average silver cost? It says 29 million actually. Yeah, so I mean that's we're kind of hitting your average actually, which is you're actually can I say something? You're actually doing better than the average. Do you know how I know you're doing better than the average? Because you should have already ran out of everything, technically, but you didn't. We ended up buying a shit ton of shards. So like you're technically below the average, but you're not because we had to buy a bunch of shit. And we sold what? Like it was like 100 and something thousand gold worth of shit.
Alright. Or do I tap my weapon?
Between the reds, do the weapon. Between the reds, because you're gonna run out of silver. Between the reds and the leap stones, how much did you make for all that? It was like 150k or something.
Probably. Not 100% sure.
So we'll put you at about 900,000. You went from 900,000 gold to 240,000. I'm not gonna lie, my soul hurts a little bit, but.
Am I buying blues?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you're right there. You're everything you need. You're buying right now. At least the blues are cheap.
That's a...
Honestly, because those say 6, you should go sell your blues. Your next tier blues.
Oh, my next tier of blues.
Mm-hmm. Try to recoup some of the funds. You're going to get them back pretty quick. Sell them while they're high. I would sell 4 stacks minimum. You could probably sell 5, but I would sell the 4. Put them all at 5 gold. It's not going to be much. You're not going to get like billions back, but you don't need them right now. The fact that you even have that many is kind of crazy considering you only have 2 characters that are farming them. What you're showing me right now is how much more materials you get by playing Unrested. And I'm only saying this because these are going to crash. These aren't going to be 5 gold forever. We're moving into a downside economy, actually. We're going to plateau for another week or so, which is what we've already done, and then we're just going to straight plummet. Up until maybe the week before roll dice. There you go. One more. Just tap the weapon.
Oh, God.
It's okay. You're there. You're there. You are there. So, perspective, though, it cost you 700,000 gold. It was supposed to cost you 400,000 gold if you had all the materials. So, we spent 300,000 more of your gold to do this. Are you okay with that?
Well, it's a learning experience.
It is a learning experience, that's for sure. Do you see the reward in this, though?
I feel like I see it in the long run.
Okay.
Like,
Not just the long run, like in the short run. You're going to see the value back pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. Like, you'll be able to make this gold back fast. Because now you're also getting a con gold earning. I just hope you don't get gate capped. That's kind of where I'm at right now. You're probably gonna pity this.
It always happens for the weapon.
You might have to open up the other arrays too. Not yet, but
Wait, which one?
did you already open the little chest?
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah, just keep going then.
65.
That's fucking nuts, dude. Oh my god, did they bankrupt you hard here? But again, what would you do with that gold? Where else would that gold have been shifted to? 2 level 10s? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's always going to come down to that final piece of perspective. Like, what else could you have done with it? Nothing. At least this way you're getting return value. And you made pretty big leaps right there. You went straight from 1540 to 1580 on 2 different characters. I can't believe you're buying these now. That sucks. Just get 100. You shouldn't need that many.
These though. I'm at 50% pity, I think.
Hopefully it just one tap soon. But yeah, by having you farm that extra week or two, we probably would have saved you like 100k easy in gold. The lesson here is respect the natural order. Oh no. Please don't pity his weapon again. Just give this to him. You don't gotta be mean. Before I let you go, too, we're gonna go check out the pally just to see kind of what he does have.
Yep.
He definitely has more than the sharpshooter, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll go check him out. See, you didn't run out of honor shards, though. Which is also, again, why we should have started with this character.
Wait, I'm running out of silver.
Yeah, it is brutal. Well, you only need a few more taps, so positive. You also had silver in your collectibles. Your top left, your 6, like, thingies.
Alrighty. Wait, I need...
Actually, go to your vent. Yeah, go ahead. Nope, go ahead and tap. I was gonna say go to your vent shop. Only by like 100 again. Because we're hoping this hits. And then for the silver, you can just go to your event shop. And then go to the bottom. Mm-hmm. You already got everything, so scroll to the bottom and just exchange it for silver. Oh, no. Never mind, that's not silver. That's not silver. Never mind, you're fucked. You're fucked. Top left, the 6 little things that you haven't claimed yet, I think there's silver in one of those.
Need a lot of silver.
Yeah, you went to 50 mil.
I'm just doing cubes.
None of these have silver. Oh, man. Oh, right there.
No coins?
Claim that, but hopefully it doesn't make you use the honor shards on this character. Yeah, those are bound to roster. Perfect. So use the coins. Which isn't that much. I think it's like 200k or something. 600k. That's better than nothing. That's enough to hit this. Come on. Come on.
There's 1 tap.
Did you ever use the free taps?
Yep. Oh.
There you go. 2 1580s. I'm not going to lie. That costs way more than I wanted it to, though. Like, you actually fucking... You still got 160k left. You got 2 1580s. Yeah, let's go to the paladin. Let's take a look. Are you happy with this or unhappy? Because I just had you straight up fucking dump into your resources. I want you to know that. But I also want you to know that the average was 400k. You went about 300k more than the average. But we had to buy the mats.
Yep.
If you pitied...
That's good.
If you pitied everything, which you kind of did pity a lot, if you pitied everything, it would have been 800,000, which is 100 more than you used. So you're below the pity bar, at least.
That's a dub.
And if you hit all 1 taps, it would have only cost you 12k gold, so...
Alright, we don't need to know that.
Yeah. No, you did. I think you did good. I'm actually really happy with that. I'm happy with it because I understand the value it brings to your overall account, but I know how hard it hurts to spend that much gold in one sitting. I don't care when I do it because I know what I'm doing it for. I know that your soul right now probably feels fucking destroyed.
Not really, to be honest.
Okay, cool. No, that makes me feel better because I know sometimes when I give this advice to people, people see it and they're like, "Fuck that, that seems wrong," and it's not. The only thing I'd say that we did wrong was not doing the Deathblade before we did the artist, but whatever, you were gonna end up doing it anyways. But giving you a week or two of farm time would have been good. But this way, you'll be able to start farming immediately on that character, getting those radiants. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, so he's got nothing. So go to your Legion shop. We're just going to set him up for success. Because he's only got 900,000. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, so here's what your plan for the future when I'm not with you is going to be. First off, you're going to sell all of your tradable honor shards.
Yeah.
Because all of your tradable honor shards, you're going to be using the Mari shop. So I want you to keep tabs on the Mari shop and don't let any of them expire and just constantly be getting him honor shards up to 2 million. And by the end of next week or the week after that, with the gold that you accumulate too, we're going to try and push him. So go ahead and grab all the honor shards on him. All of them. Do you have any more leaps or anything else in here that we can use? Silver. Grab the silver. Okay, that's it for now. All the event materials that you get next week go directly into him. His cube tickets I would recommend doing too. Go ahead and open the shards, because I want to see where we're at. We got to get you to at least like 1.8 to 2 mil.
Yep.
Use the silver too, because why not? Okay. So yeah, does that make sense? So I would sell all your tradable honor shard bags and use them to exchange for the blue crystal bags. And just keep using it until you keep doing that until you get him to about 1.8 mil. Another week or 2 weeks of farming, and then you can push him.
Okay. Yeah.
And now go back to the Deathblade also, though. Because we want to make sure she can actually get into content. I know you said she had no gems.
Yeah. But I guess I can do my cubes, which will give me at least level 5s. Because I do have quite a few.
I'm not worried about Sonneville or the Chaos. I'm just worried about you getting it through a con.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to see how bad her state is. You said she has 1 level 10.
Mm-hmm. I think by next week I should be able to get upper level 7s on her.
Did you already do her 3 gold farms this week?
No, not yet. I'll probably do them after this.
Well, because you have a con now, so what I'm thinking is maybe you should buy some level 7s with that 100k gold you have left.
I've already done it on my 6 characters this week. Because it was Sork, but I switched her out.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay, so never mind then. Use the farm time. Do the cubes on the pally.
Yep.
Can I see your gems? You're actually not in that bad a position. Why don't you just... Yeah, take the week to farm. Take the week to farm. Get at least level 5s, maybe some 6s. Because you're off. You're fine. You're fine. Your DB is actually better set up than my DB. In some ways. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Get those remaining gems so you don't get gate kept.
Yep.
Even your spec's pretty high too. Yeah, you're good. You're good. I'm very happy with this.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah.
God,
That was. I'm not gonna lie. That hurt. That
I need a break.
Yeah, right. I know. I feel. I need a break after that too. That hurt. That did hurt. Do you have anything else do you want to cover before we separate ways? And again,
No.
are you happy with this? Was this
I'm
a
happy.
good result?
Good result in the money that I had, the gold had.
The only thing that would have brought your account better value with that gold would have been getting a bunch of alts up to 1490. That's it. Because then you could have just farmed a shit ton of chaos dungeons.
I see.
That's it. That's the only thing that you could have done that would have brought probably more value.
Is it worth to push my ults to 1540?
Not for you,
at
no.
all?
Not for you.
No. Okay.
So when I make that video or made that video about the 1540s, it's because I run 20 characters. For somebody who's
Yeah.
running like a 6 main or 12 or less, which is
Uh-huh.
what you're doing, it's always better to just keep them at the base value. So like perspective, I run 24 characters. I run 23, but 24 we'll say.
Yeah.
I should always keep my main 6 characters as high as I can keep them. Right behind them, a better way to word this. If you run a roster of 6, your first character should be your highest. The rest of them should be at the bare minimum cost, or 2 of them should be right behind it, like 1540. So if you have 1 main at 1580, you should have 2 1540s, 3 1490s. If you have a 12 roster, you should have 2 or 3 1580s, in your case 4 1580s, 2 characters at 1540, which is kind of what you have, and then 6 characters at 1490. But because I run 24 characters, I have the ability to do 6 characters at high level, which is 1580 or higher, 6 characters at 1540, and 12 characters at 1490. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's a ratio. So you can scale it upwards, but because of where you're at ratio-wise, no. No, you just got your second and third, or third and fourth 1580, so you're still in that range where you want to keep 2 1540s behind that. Once you push that pally and that sharpshooter up to 1580, then you can contemplate going back and leveling more 1540s. But I wouldn't do it, again, in your perspective, because the only reason, now that I know that you got the Sidril energy, the only reason you're even able to do this right now isn't because the natural order gave you the ability to do it. You were farming this whole time. It's because you got a break in gold. So now that I know that, no, you keep your alts, like your beyond 6, you keep them where they're at for quite some time. And again, that's only because technically I didn't realize that you weren't respecting the natural order already. That's why we had to buy so many shards.
Yeah.
So now you just focus on your main 6. Get the pally over the next couple of weeks farmed up, and the next month, a month from now, you push the gun lancer to 1600.
Okay. So when am I pushing the pally?
Next week, easily.
Next week. Oh.
Well, I don't know. He's really short on honor shards.
Yeah, he is.
If he doesn't
I
have,
think I might farm like a bit more on him.
maybe a week or 2 weeks, but as soon as your honor shards get to 18,
18.
1.8, yeah, 1.8, you'll be good.
Yep. All right. All good.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks
you.
for the help.
No, thank you. That was fun. It's always more
All
fun
right.
spending somebody else's resources.
True. All right. Time to take a break. All right. Thanks. See ya.
I burnt you out in 20 minutes.
Actually, has it been 20 minutes only?
No, it's been an hour and 40.
All right.
See you later, brother. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that's the first Guru episode that I'm like kind of unhappy with, or not unhappy with. I'm happy because we got him everything we wanted. Looking at the average cost, I mean, he actually stayed within it. But if I had known that his honor shards were so bad, I wouldn't have had him do that first character. I would have had him farm both the pally and that character for 2 more weeks, because he just spent like 100 to 200,000, maybe even 300,000 more gold than he would have had to spend if we just respected the natural order, like I always say. Granted, now he has them. It was excess gold anyways. It's still a better value than sitting on the gold for the next couple of weeks, but I'd be lying to you all if I said that I 100% loved how that just went. I do, because we got the 2 1580s. It would have hurt more if he got stuck. And because, according to the average, he's within the average, right? So I'm happy with it, but I'm not. I'm not going to lie. Like, anytime somebody has to buy that many materials, I am totally against it, especially as a free-to-play player. But yeah, so I'll catch you guys in the next one.